Hey folks, welcome to the test show for the Pawcast, a new show that I'm introducing here on Bridge Cape Ann that I do with my wife, the good Dr. Meredith Lockwood. She's a real-life veterinarian, and we are partnering with the local animal shelter, Cape Ann Animal Aid, and they're going to be showing off adoptable pets. That's who the show stars. So whenever we do a show, we're going to have two puppies, two kittens, maybe adult four-legged friends, and try to find them all forever homes. We're going to hear their rescue stories, medical histories, quirks, all kinds of fun stuff, and show off their cuteness. Now, to help us with our test show today is our very good friend, Super Joe Wilson. And Joe is bringing over his two dogs, Whiskey and Ginger. They are mini doodles. They are bananas, frantic. It's going to be frenzied. It's going to be pretty wild. So I'm going to change clothes here and get on the floor in this home studio. And let's meet Whiskey and Ginger. And today we're going to meet two dogs. The first is Whiskey, a 3-year-old mini golden doodle. He is small, he is brown, he is house trained, he is crazy. And his little sister, Ginger, a 2-year-old mini golden doodle who is female and even crazier. So let's find out who rules the roost. Hey folks, so welcome to the Bridge Home Studio in the test pilot episode of the Pawcast, where we feature adoptable pets from Cape Ann Animal Aid, the local animal shelter here, and hopefully find them forever homes. Now, this is a test show. We are not with the animal shelter today. Instead, Meredith and I brought our good friend, Super Joe. How you doing, Joe?
Good, how are you?
And Joe's dogs, Whiskey and Ginger.
Whiskey.
This is Whiskey
Ginger,
here,
and
this is Ginger. And they've been here for a few minutes already, so they've actually calmed down. They were bouncing off the walls a little while ago. So they're pretty crazy and energetic. So anyway, we just wanted to do this to sort of get a feel for the room, the lights, the audio, the bouncing around at different cameras, and kind of figuring out how this show is going to play out. So we see you out there in YouTube land. So hello, hello, hello. We see our wrenches are in there. There's Sharp Lisa and Christian. Good to see everybody. And Dottie, of course. Hello, hi, hi. And Nydia, if you have questions from Meredith, pet care questions, things of that nature, you know how we usually do this here. You can ask her. Meredith, if you don't know, lives in this house and is a real live veterinarian from just around the corner here in Gloucester. So, Joe, thanks for being with us, bud.
You're welcome. I don't live here.
No,
You do not live here. No. And Meredith, it's good to have you back on camera. It's been a while for you. Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So, all right, I guess right off the top, we're going to meet Joe's pets and sort of walk this through as if they were adoptable, but you guys really aren't. You already have your forever homes. All right, Joe, who is who here?
This guy is Whiskey. He will be 4 in August. And this is Ginger. She will be 3 in September.
Awesome, awesome.
And we might have had their pictures backwards in the intro, but they do
Yeah, we
look
do,
a lot
right.
alike.
We actually do, yeah. They especially when they were younger, they look identical
Almost the same.
almost.
And they are
Yeah.
not genetically brother and sister,
Correct.
Right.
but they did come from the same breeder?
Different breeders.
Oh, different
Yeah,
breeders.
different
Okay.
breeders.
Okay.
Okay, so we should mention off the top that Joe's wife, Jen, is not here. Now, Jen's a big part of the story because not only did she okay the getting of the pets, but she's also like deathly allergic to dogs, right?
Yeah.
And so for it was a running joke or conversation starter for us forever because we all have dogs and you guys couldn't.
And she is allergic to air.
Yeah.
Essentially, every pet there is, and never wanted a dog. I've had dogs before, as you guys know, and we finally met a mini golden doodle, and she spent some time with that dog. Had no effects from it, so that's when we got Whiskey, and now she loves every animal that there is, and she pets every animal that there is now. So,
And
but
just
yeah,
takes some Zyrtec.
that was. It took a while to convince her to get Whiskey, and now it's basically her son. She'll tell you she bore him.
Oh, she's choosing the dogs over you.
100%.
So, but Mayor, so what's it? So, is it a hypoallergenic breed? Now, how does that work?
It's so anything mixed with a poodle. So any of your like golden doodles, labradoodles, cockapoos, all of those where you combine 2 dogs into one, they're known to be less or thought to be less allergenic, at least because the poodle side of things, they shed less of their fur and have less of the dander that causes people to be allergic. Okay. So that's why when you have the hybrid breeds, most of them are mixed with a poodle and something else. Yeah. So We see a lot of those. It's, Labradoodles and Golden Doodles are probably the most common. And they're nice dogs too. Personality-wise, you're combining the happiness of a Golden Retriever or a Labrador with the less allergenic side of a Poodle, and you get a nice combination. So.
And this is as big as they get?
No, there can be, so they're miniature Golden Doodles, correct?
Correct.
You can have bigger ones that are, usually that's because they're mixed with a standard Poodle rather than a toy or a smaller Poodle. So no, they can be much bigger. We'll see 70, 80 pound standard Golden Doodles or Labradoodles. And there's all sorts. There's Burner Doodles now. You can mix them with any breed you want.
And there's different
Bernese
levels. These guys are F1B minis,
What?
which means they're more poodle than retriever,
Yeah.
which makes it better if you're allergic.
Yeah.
Oh.
So when you have like a purebred Golden with a purebred Poodle, that's your first generation. They're 50% of each.
Yep.
And then you can breed that with a Poodle or that with a Golden, and it gets pulled in one or other direction the more you breed them.
Gotcha.
So.
Well, so let's get to, I guess, Whiskey's story, right? Whiskey was first, so you make the decision to get a dog.
We did.
And you kind of had an idea on the breed.
We knew exactly what we wanted. We found a breeder. They were out of Maryland. So we obviously didn't get to see him first, but we saw pictures and video, and he got delivered to us in a van. We had a nor'easter one October, and my wife and my daughter and I drove down. It was an hour away through a windstorm to pick this guy up. This is what happens.
This
They
is typical.
hate attention.
This happens all day long.
That's and was it like a sort of a seamless fit into the household.
Yeah, absolutely. He was easier than she was.
Oh, yeah.
To take care of.
Well,
so-
she's just more high energy, right?
100%.
Hi, babes. Hi.
So you have Whiskey for about a year or so before you.
Had him for a year, so we started taking him to camp when we'd be away, and we just said, wouldn't it be great if he had a friend? We go to the beach all summer, and we're gone for weekends, and that's when we decided, let's grab this ding dong. We talked about getting another dog, and then my wife surprised me with this one.
I remember
wanted
that.
a female, and I came home one day, and Ginger was here.
Yeah. I still remember the first time meeting Whiskey, because I had never seen. I don't know if I'd seen a mini Golden Doodle before.
Yeah.
Where the thing that freaked me out was you never see the whites of their eyes. It's just a brown eye, so they look like dolls just come to life.
Yeah.
So that was like, it was. Plus they're so cute,
Right.
And he
But
was
it
very fluffy too.
Yeah, it looked like a doll.
Yeah.
A walking doll.
Well, one of the first times we were over watching a football game, and Corey had a glass of Guinness, and Whiskey
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
took a couple sips
Yeah.
before
Love
we
that
realized. So he likes beer.
Whiskey's a beer drinker, turns out. Pretty cool.
I don't know where he gets it from.
Yeah. Okay. So now, so then the decision is okay. We're gonna get Ginger. Now, do you find her through the same breeder?
So my wife found Ginger through a different breeder, and she managed to get her over a friend's house for 2 days before letting me know that she got her, who also had a dog. So that was part of the surprise. I came home, this one's here, and she's a little more of a challenge, a little more high energy. She was harder to house train, but now they're great together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They constantly will run around the house chasing each other, and where one sleeps, you find the other one laying on its back on the other one. So they're always together.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good companions.
Yeah.
While you're working from home, they can be with each other rather than bugging
Ginger,
you.
you're fine.
What are you crying for? What do you want?
Do they ever not get along?
Sometimes they'll if we go out in the yard, they'll chase each other, and he'll just grab her by the tail and
Yeah.
pull her all over the place. But
Yeah. Our dogs would get along unless there was a rawhide. If we brought that home, because we thought, they
Food or
like these
treats.
different snacks, and then they got crazy protective
Yeah.
about it, or
Yeah.
try to steal from one another. And
Well, we're used to bigger dogs as well. These
Right.
guys
Yeah.
are a little on the smaller side. I
Everything
don't
has
mind
to
it.
be obviously 2 of everything. So if there's rawhide, they each get their own
Yeah.
treats. They get, but she will steal his. He is not motivated by food, but she is. So he will take his time, and if he drops a piece, then it's over.
vacuum
Yeah.
guard
He's
up.
already done with her. So, right?
But I know he can be possessive of things.
Yes.
Like if he gets something, he doesn't want you to take it away.
Yeah, he will not let you take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so Mary, if someone is thinking about, adopting a mini doodler, like what are some of the expectations there? Do they have particular quirks or proclivities for any health issues, or they're obviously super high energy?
Not a lot, as far as health issues, they're not hugely known, but they will need grooming. So that's a big thing. I know you take them, they get regular groomings. The poodle side and the retriever for that matter, they usually do need some upkeep, trimming of the fur. Sometimes ear infections can be an issue too, so often the groomers.
I haven't
will
heard a
clean their
word you've
ears.
said, Mary.
Yeah, but no, they tend to be fairly healthy dogs, other than needing grooming, and then ear infections would be one thing to watch for.
Yeah, if you stay on their fur and brush it, you can probably extend the grooming. But
Yeah.
we take them once a month
Yeah,
just to get a haircut. So
yeah, and you can do different kinds of cuts. Obviously, your groomer would tell you or give you options for that, but Ginger still has her pom-pom tail. Whiskey's more shaved on the tail, so lots of different options for what to do with their grooming. But that's the one thing is get a good groomer and set aside some money for regular groomings.
yep.
Have you had any health issues with them to date?
Just Ginger had some stomach issues, but
What you see, Ginger?
nothing really, nothing major.
Yeah.
They've been fairly healthy for the most part.
Yeah. They get regular care, huh, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got crazy care. You want some of that now?
You like the clipboard?
Yeah. So how about, do they have any favorites, favorite toys, favorite treats?
This one will eat anything. So every morning when I'm making breakfast, she'll come out and I have blueberries and I have to give her a blueberry or she'll stare at the freezer.
Oh,
and
blueberries
stare
are
at
good.
me.
Can dogs do that?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They seem to think every time they go out to go to the bathroom that they deserve a treat every single time. So they'll come in and then stare at the treat jar. But they like all the normal things. I mean, they love rawhide. They love the bully sticks, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anything they can chew on. Toys, we have a couple. We call them crinkle chickens. They're just chickens that when you bite into them, it sounds like there's aluminum foil inside. So they love
Oh, boy.
that. They love chasing that around. Him more so than her, but
Yeah.
they're pretty. As crazy as they are now, they're pretty mellow after a bit.
This is mellow
Yeah.
for when you first showed
Yeah,
up. They
this is-
literally
Oh,
are bouncing
gosh,
off
yeah.
the walls.
This is at home. Yeah, if we're just watching TV, then they're just doing this.
Yeah.
Laying next to us.
Yeah, Ginger's already getting a little antsy.
Yeah.
But people driving by or walking by, they're always barking and
Always
looking.
Yeah, you can't walk by my house or
Oh, are they protective,
yeah,
supposedly?
watch TV
just
with
get
any
excited.
kind of animal on it. They'll bark at that. Yeah, cars. God forbid the mailman, makes too much noise. They'll charge into the door.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So, and we do want to reiterate that normally we'll be showing off adoptable puppies or kittens or even some adult dogs and cats from the local animal shelter. But we haven't scheduled that quite yet. It is another start of a new month and it's a busy season is about to kick in for the animal shelter. So we're still working on that. So this is our friend Joe who's brought over Whiskey and Ginger, his two mini golden doodles to sort of show off. So they are not adoptable, but I think once we do get the adoptables in here, we'll be hearing their rescue stories because the animal shelter has partners around the country that they work with to rescue dogs. It's a no-kill shelter, by the way, here in Massachusetts. And then we'll hear their backstories and medical histories, and at some point we may be raising money. If they have an impending surgery or need something corrected, we'll help out in that way as well. And I've had a really long relationship with Cape and Animalade over the years. We just hit our 13th birthday yesterday, as a matter of fact, with the bridge, and Animalade's been with us, I think, pretty much from the start. So just excited for moving this partnership forward and having fun with you guys. And you're all a big part of it too. So I see the comments in there. Yeah, you can let us know how the lighting is, how the audio is. Now, Joe is not mic'd because Meredith and I each have one, and we can actually pick up Joe's voice and he can enunciate really well. But that's sort of the idea for all this too, is to have a guest in the middle. It would be one of the staff or volunteer from the animal shelter, and they would literally be bringing in puppies or kittens whenever we do one of these shows. Now, I don't think it'll be as frenzied as Whiskey and Ginger because the puppies and kittens, they tend to be sleepy. They have to do really short shifts, obviously. They have really low motors for the most part. because I've done a bunch of shows at the animal shelter too, and it ends up doing a lot of cradling.
Yeah, a lot of holding for those.
But I do like the idea that we're actually down on the floor here.
Yeah, these
Because
are
it
nice.
gets the dogs a little more active.
Yeah.
So what else do we want to know about the dogs? Do you have any crazy quirks, or would you recommend this for young families? Or like they're great with kids and everything?
Yeah, they're super friendly with kids. We've never had an issue of, anyone biting anyone. I mean, Ginger will always say hi with her mouth, and she'll just nibble on your hand. But great family dog, friendly around other dogs, friendly around kids. High energy, so again, you're going to need to walk them. We go for 2 walks a day, even if it's 10 minutes. But nothing really quirky. I mean, other than, like I said, it's hard to watch TV sometimes because if an animal comes on, which every movie's got some animal in it, they'll bark for 5 minutes and then get over it. But
Yeah. Before we went on, we just had the little title screen up with their pictures in
was
the
them.
wrong spots,
It was
and it was
them.
them, and they went nuts after the TV.
it's
Yeah.
like, my God. But no, they're couldn't ask for a better breed of dog. I mean, they're great.
Should we ask how they got their names?
Yeah.
Well, Whiskey got his name because I like to drink whiskey.
Hey.
You do?
It's weird, I know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that about you.
And then Ginger just seemed to make sense with Whiskey and Ginger. So
What would the third one be?
we talked about a third one at one time.
I didn't know that was on the cards.
It's not for my daughter, and
Jameson?
she thought of lime, like whiskey and ginger with a lime.
That would be funny.
So that would have been that dog's name.
That's funny.
Well, I think the first Animal Aid show, the big question is going to be, will the puppies go back to Animal Aid or will they stay here?
Right.
Oh boy, yeah, that's always a high risk. So we would do these shows all the time at Animal Aid. We would do one for the holidays every year. Like Giving Tuesday is right after Black Friday and Small Business Saturday after Thanksgiving is Giving Tuesday. So we would do shows live from the animal shelter, and every single show that we did, someone on our staff would adopt one of the, usually it was the kittens that we had showing off too. And we were really close to a dog one time. And then what we'd also do is we would have, whenever we would have a festival or an event, like we would do a strawberry festival or a fall festival, like a big vending event at a venue here in Gloucester. Whenever we did that, the Animal Aid would do what they're going to do with us. Bring over a couple of adoptables, keep them in a nice penned area for all the kids to come and pet and learn their stories. And every single time we did that for years, all those dogs got adopted.
That's great.
Now they can't do same day because you have to go and do the paperwork and all that sort of thing.
Right.
But it was pretty awesome stuff too. So yeah, we're looking forward to doing that with them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's been a while. Hi.
It
Yeah,
has
we
been a
need some
while.
dog energy, don't we?
Yeah, we're due. Yeah, it's been almost 2 years now since Bubba.
Yep.
And so yeah, we're due for dogs. We'll be very vulnerable when the first wave of
Yeah.
adoptables coming. Oh, now how about if because we have talked about having a cat in the house. Would the golden doodles work well with?
Yeah, they probably
Yeah, or
would.
is it just
I
sort
mean,
of a
it depends on
case-by-case
each-
basis?
Case by case, but they're such like friendly, sweet dogs. I bet they'd like a cat.
What do you think? Do you want a cat?
We always said that they love it. They love everyone. If someone came and broke into our house, they'd help them carry the furniture out.
Yeah.
They love everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually pretty. Oh, love all things. Oh my god.
Like this.
Yeah, take
Oh my
that.
gosh.
Yeah.
Pretend I'm a cat. What do you think?
That's awesome. So, all right, we can wrap things up soon here. We can tell you that if you want to learn more about Cape Ann Animal Aid, just go to capeannanimalaid.org. If you're here local, they are at 4 Paws Lane in Gloucester. That is right behind Beechbrook Cemetery in West Gloucester. That road is literally named for them. It is a great facility over there. We've done a lot of stuff over there. And now we figured we built this space. Let's get some adoptables in here and show them off. And then hopefully, if they need some sort of help, whether it's veterinary care or an impending surgery, or are there certain things that, like, a dog coming to the shelter, like what's happening at the shelter to help?
Well, most of the time it would just be a spay or a neuter. They might maybe clean their teeth if it's an older pet and they want to have, a dental performed, but most of the stuff's going to be routine. I'm sure every so often they'd maybe get an injured pet that would need something more.
Well, you would think there could be from a rougher situation, like after the hurricanes or whatever. We're partnering with like Puerto Rico and Texas and Louisiana and South Carolina.
Yeah, but they do have an on-site veterinarian and a surgical suite there. So yeah, they would be able to take care of all that. I know they've done specialized surgeries, but most of it would be spays and neuters.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank Joe and Whiskey and Ginger for being here. Now, the great thing too about the small breeds is they last. They really, they last a long time. So you're going to be a big part of your family for years to come, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for visiting us, guys. Oh, jeez. All right.
One last
We love you too.
round of kisses.
All right, Dr. Lockwood, thank you for your time. Hey, everyone, we're going to
welcome.
see your questions and we'll answer them accordingly. We're just trying to get our sea legs here and figure out how we do everything. And because we're eventually going to have some bigger dogs in here, maybe less energetic, but we're just trying to figure out all that. So all of your advice and all of your critiques are greatly appreciated. We have our crew, Andrew and Jaden, are here too, standing by. So we're going to check everything out afterwards to see how everything is. And then we'll let you know when the next show is with Cape and Animal Aid Adoptables. In the meantime, I think I have an interview for St. Peter's Fiesta this Wednesday evening. So I won't be on live then. I may try to hop on earlier, or maybe I'll even come on maybe tomorrow night for a bit and take some of your feedback there in real time and get caught up, and then introduce some different shows that we're planning on doing, including a game show that Super Joe will be a part of as well, which will be a great friend of the channel. Yeah, so we're working on some ideas here for that, and of course we're going to do some sort of a late night show. Now I don't know what we mean by late night. It'll be that sort of vibe. It'll probably be sometime evening time. That's more of in our age bracket these days. Instead of
they got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to move the world.
Jaden, everyone at Streamography for helping us out today. And
now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to move the world. Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes, but they got different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes to move the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to move the world. Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means. Then along come two. They got nothing but the genes.